Good evening and welcome. On today's headlines, the third annual intervarsity competition held at Riara University. Cabinet Secretary of Education Amina Mohammed threatened to arrest HELB defaulters.
Also going to partner with our law enforcement agencies to track down
the GSIC to be held at Nelson Mandela Center. #Justice for Victor Chesang. The key is not the will to win. Everybody has that. It is the will to prepare to win that is important. The annual intervarsity competition held at Riara University on the 21st and 22nd turned out triumphant. Besides celebrations of the winning team, we had a number of corporates that turned up to sponsor the competition. Juakali, a successful local artist, showed up to grace the event together with the Principal Secretary of the Office of Education, who inspired students greatly on growth, talent, competition, and innovation. Cynthia Wamboi was on the ground with the details.
Okay, my advice is simply just life is all about innovation. Life is all about imagination. Life is about being creative. So my advice is just to encourage them. Just always be innovative. In anything you do, just be innovative. Be innovative. Just also be creative, definitely, and also just compete, and just make sure you just check what your competitor is doing.
I participated in the robotics competition. I'm a student here at Riara University, so basically what we did for the robotics session was build an autonomous car. So what that does is basically it follows a path, and it just follows that path through. It's kind of like a Tesla, but more simpler, I could say. It isn't as complex as a Tesla, but it's close to that. So yeah, so that's what we did in the competition robotics side. We were expecting to create kind of a prototype for a lawnmower, in a sense. We were looking for a more local and, something that people didn't think about. So that was an automated lawnmower. Of course, some of those examples are like the Roomba, for those who have seen those. Those are kind of the automated cleaning ones. So we were going for something that would kind of cut your lawn simpler, because none of us really want to cut lawns.
Each person, whatever you have, don't get discouraged. You just need to be exposed and then given chance. We are saying we are taking care of those people who are in formal sector and non-formal sector. The informal sector employs the majority of the people in this country than the formal sector. And we are saying we want to formalize the informal sector by encouraging those people who are in the formal sector to come into the formal sector and get skills, so that we have what we call high-end skilled human resource. It's only until we achieve that we can dream of achieving the Big Four agenda and Vision 2030.
What is now proved was once only imagined. Cynthia Wamboi reporting for RU News.
74,000 HELB debtors are to be tracked down as Higher Education Loans on Board, known as HELB, is partnering with police and other crime busters to hunt the loan defaulters down. Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed says 7.2 billion shillings is yet to be repaid. This was after she announced that the new curriculum will be rolled out in January 2019, days after she had announced a 2020 rollout. HELB as a corporate has backed Education Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohammed to use law enforcement agencies to deal with loan defaulters as a way to recover loans.
In order to guarantee the sustainability of HELB, I call upon employers to enhance loan recovery mechanisms to attract over 74,000 defaulters. That's too many. 74,000, holding over 7.2 billion. That will go a really long way in supporting the students that are beginning their university education. This intervention will improve HELP's performing loan portfolio from the current 72% to more than 80% by 2023. We're also going to partner, and I hope that everybody is actually listening. I hope that we'll be able to achieve this too. We are also going to partner with our law enforcement agencies to track down those that are holding, the defaulters that are holding jobs and yet reluctant to stand up to be counted as reliable and responsible citizens of our country.
On the other hand, Nairobi Senator Johnson Sakaja disputed the order, saying it was unlawful. The senator said the order was meant to oppress many youths who remained unemployed. Sakaja said discriminatory orders had no place in the Kenya's constitution.
Mr. Speaker, a country that is at war with its young people is a country that has no future. A country that is at war with its young people is a country that is cannibalizing itself, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, our young people today have no hope. They are disillusioned and they're disengaged. In the months between October and December in this Nairobi, I have lost more than 30 young people to extrajudicial killings. Mr. Speaker, in the last 2 weeks we've seen a 21-year-old young boy shot at Westgate at the Dusit attack, abandoned. We've seen a 26-year-old young boy arrested and charged in court because he had to sneak out his baby in a bag because he could not pay that. What are we talking about as a country? What future are we trying to build, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, we have toiled in this parliament for the last few years. We've brought bills, Mr. Speaker. National Employment Authority, I sponsored in the last parliament, where all these young people who are supposedly defaulters of help would have now been engaged on compulsory internships, which would have paid those loans.
The third Global Students Integrity Center, well known as GSIC Annual East African Students Leaders Conference, is set to happen on the 25th of February till the 1st of March 2019. This is a non-profit organization that is committed to nurturing young minds ethically. It targets university and college students from the East African region. Professor Pielo Lumumba will be among the speakers for the event. The event will be happening at the Nelson Mandela Center. Brenda Kinywa with the story.
The Global Students Integrity Center has been up and running for 3 years now with an aim to nurture and transform the young minds in their different phases of life. It has provided a platform for engaging young people, especially in learning institutions from different parts of the world. Also, it has brought them together to enhance understanding of team dynamics in influencing thought processes which ultimately lead to decision making. Brenda Kenywa for RU News.
Kenya has been having a trail of extrajudicial killings, with the most recent being that of Victor Mawira, a fourth-year law student at Kenyatta University. Victor was stabbed to death and his body dumped in Safari Park Hotel. This comes exactly a week after High Court advocate Robert Chesang was shot 7 times in his home. A demonstration labeled #Justice for Victor Chesang was carried out, with people demanding those responsible for these killings be arrested. Take a look.
The untimely death of Victor Mawira, a fourth-year law student at Kenyatta University, adds up to the lot of extrajudicial killings in the country. Victor was a young man with a promising legal career. His life was cut short on the 25th of February when he was brutally murdered and his body dumped at Safari Park Hotel. No one is yet to be arrested in connection to the murder, but the investigation is ongoing. There was a protest on the 26th of February demanding for justice. The question still remains, will there be justice for Victor? Purity Minor reporting for RU News.
And now let's take a look at the sports roundup.
Welcome to the Sports Bulletin. I'm Marcus Nyakundi. A 4-3 victory over Chelsea Football Club at the Wembley Stadium enabled Manchester City win their Carabao Cup. An attempt by Chelsea manager to bring Will Caballero in for keeper Arrizabalaga failed after the 71 million euro Spanish keeper refused to come off. Willie was Manchester City's hero in 2016 after helping them win the same trophy against Liverpool. Atletico Madrid went up against Juventus at their home ground, Estadio Metropolitano, winning their first leg of the UEFA Champions League round of 16. Two late goals from the home team's fullbacks, Gimenez and Diego Godin, crushing the old lady E. Bianconeri 2-0. Back at home, University of Nairobi proved themselves strong against Machakos University in the basketball category at the match held in their school.